Hey guys, Roast here. Today's video will be about the NPCs in Terraria, who they are, what they do, how to spawn them, and how to make them happy enough for Pylons. Also, stick around to the end for some secret tips that I've learned in my playtime. If you have anything I missed, definitely drop it in the comment below, and if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to boost this video in the algorithm and so that you can catch all of the awesome stuff that I make. To start, let's go over some of the basics on Terraria NPCs. As of 1.4.2 on desktop, there are a total of 29 NPCs, 26 of which can eventually move in, 3 of which will never move in a house. There are also 3 pets who will move in, but they don't quite count. To spawn an NPC, you must construct a valid house, which consists of a building at least 35 blocks large. This isn't counting the wall blocks, so try a 12 by 3 interior or 14 by 5 exterior. It also has to have a light source, a chair, a table, a door or wooden platform to serve as an entrance, non-natural walls behind it, so not dirt, and an NPC block, which is a solid block, not a platform, with at least 3 empty spaces above it and at least 2 blocks of space between it and the sidewalls. The NPC will stand in this block at night, typically. The house can also not be located too close to the Crimson or Corruption, or NPCs will not live in it. The basic use of any NPC is to buy and sell goods, but each NPC has different items for sale depending on the time of the day, moon phase, and a couple other factors. To sell Pylons, a vendor NPC, which is one who can sell you items, must reach a happiness or discount level of 85%. This level is determined by the factors shown on screen, which combine multiplicatively. The 85% happiness level can be done by just giving them the Solitude boost, which is where they have only 1 or fewer neighbors within 25 blocks and no more than 3 neighbors within 120 blocks, in their loved biome, or with a loved neighbor. If those are not possible, combining the Solitude boost with a single liked NPC in a liked biome will also make them just happy enough to sell. I've got a graphic up now covering some combos that will work for Pylons. Just make sure they're at least 120 blocks away from other NPCs. Once you've acquired a biome Pylon, all you have to do to use it is make sure that at least 2 NPCs are nearby. Nearby is a 169 wide by 124 tall rectangle centered on the pylon, so roughly speaking, when you're standing at the pylon, you must see the NPC on your screen. For usage, these 2 NPCs do not have to be any certain level of happy, and you can also use the town pets or the old man NPC to count towards the 2 requirement. With that out of the way, let's get into the pre-Hardmode NPCs, starting with the guide. The guide spawns when the world start. New players can learn all the crafting recipes an item makes by clicking the crafting window and putting the item there, but once the new players knew the recipes or used the Terraria wiki, the guide's primary use is to summon the Wall of Flesh. Sorry, pal. The merchant. He spawns when players have at least 50 silver in their inventory combined, like 2 players with 25 silver each will allow him to spawn. The merchant sells a lot of basic tools for exploration and spelunking, like the mining helmet, torches, rope, and some basic throwing weapons. The most important item he sells, in my opinion, is the piggy bank, which allows players to store items in a sort of chest that no other players can use, and they can also access this vault from any other piggy bank. He replaces the guide when starting in a new, not the bees world. The nurse can spawn if the merchant is present and a player has more than 100 HP. The nurse can heal you back to full HP and will remove all debuffs on you for a little bit of silver. It's helpful to keep her near boss arenas to heal you without potions. The demolitionist spawns if the merchant is present and a player has an explosive in their inventory. He sells bombs, like dynamite and grenades, which are really great for moving terrain or blocking off corruption biomes. These weapons can also do really well against bosses that are worms, like the Eater of Worlds. He replaces the guide as the first NPC when starting in a For the Worthy world. The dye trader can spawn if a player has any dye items in their inventory. He sells items related to dye, like the crafting station for dyes. Nothing fancy here, just a guy helping players create their dream vanity combo. He also takes strange plants for rarer dyes. The angler spawns on the beach in the ocean biome, and once talked to, he can move in. He offers daily fishing quests, which grant random rewards like fishing accessories, mounts, or components for the cell phone. The zoologist can spawn once your bestiary, which is a list of monsters you've encountered, has at least 53 entries. She mainly sells animal-related vanities like ears or pets, but also sells a starter summoner whip and licenses for a dog, cat, or bunny to move in your town, depending on how full your bestiary is. The Dryad can spawn once the Eye of Cthulhu, Eater of Worlds, or Brain of Cthulhu, or Skeletron has been defeated. She sells various biome seeds. She can report on the status of the evil biome takeover, and also sells planter boxes for the different potion plants in Terraria. She also can sell the main evil seeds of your world during a blood moon, and can sell the other evil biome seeds while in a graveyard in hard mode. This feature can be useful for farming things like Ichor in corruption worlds, where you wouldn't naturally be able to get Ichor. Also, sunflowers she sells are an easy way to help stop or slow the spread of evil biomes in your world because they have a special mechanic. The painter can spawn once at least 8 other NPCs have spawned in your town. He sells various painting items and tools, and when he's killed, he has a 10% chance to drop the paintball gun. The golfer can spawn after being found in the underground desert and talked to. He sells golf clubs, golf balls, and other various golfing items. When you use those items, you can play the golfing minigame. The arms dealer can spawn if a player has bullets or a gun that shoots bullets in their inventory. This NPC is super useful because he sells the mini shark, which is a great ranged weapon that upgrades into the mega shark later, and he also sells all the bullets ranges we'll ever need. In addition to that, during blood wounds you can buy silver or tungsten bullets, which are better than the musket balls he normally sells. The Tavern Keep spawns once the Eater of Worlds or Brain of Cthulhu has been defeated, and moves in once he's talked to. He sells items related to the Old One's army fight, and if you don't have the money to do the fight and have not used this trick yet, you can actually choose the Eternia Crystal dialogue option to get 5 free Defender medals. You'll still need the pedestal though, to do the fight. The stylist can be found at any time in a spider cave biome, and she moves in once she's talked to. She can change her hairstyle and sells several different hair dyes. The Goblin Tinkerer is, in my opinion, the single most important NPC in the game. He spawns in the cavern layer randomly after the Goblin army has been defeated. Once you find him and talk to him, he moves in. He sells the rocket boots, a grapple, and the Tinkerer Workshop, which will allow you to combine accessories. And in addition to that, if you have some extra gold, you can reforge equipment to get better modifiers for all your gear. The Witch Doctor spawns once the Queen Bee has been defeated. He sells a lot of cool items like the Leaf Wings in hard mode, the Imbuement Station for buffing melee weapons, and some really good summoner gear, like the Mask or the Bewitching Station. The Clothier spawns once Skeletron is defeated and the Old Man is freed from his curse. That's because the Clothier is the Old Man. He sells some vanity items, the most notable of which is the Familiar Clothes or Familiar Set, which will display the player's default hair, shirt, and pants that you picked when you created your character. The Mechanic spawns in the dungeon and can move into your town once spoken to. She sells the wrench and the wire cutter along with the wire and lots of other mechanism-related items. This is important because adding traps and statues to mob farms could dramatically increase their efficiency. Once you find the Steampunker later on, you can also create teleporters if you don't have Pylon set up. The Party Girl has a 1 in 40 chance of spawning each day you have at least 14 NPCs in your world. She primarily sells novelty items that have fun effects and occasionally will throw parties. When she does, everybody will wear a party hat. It's great. She replaces the guide as your first NPC when playing the Drunk World Seed. I hope this video is helping you guys out. Make sure to subscribe for more great stuff like this, and like the video to tell me and YouTube that it's quality content. And if you really want to help this video do well, comments help the algorithm, so let me know which NPC is your favorite. Mine's the Goblin Tinkerer because he lets me make all the accessories into one super amazing powerful accessory. Anyways, on to Hardmode NPCs for now. The Wizard spawns in the cavern layer and will move in once spoken to. He sells lots of magic related items and maybe a system to mage class players because he becomes a source of infinite mana potions, which when paired with something like the Mana Flower means you never have mana issues ever again. The Tax Collector spawns as a tortured soul enemy in the underworld, and once he's hit with Purification Powder, becomes a friendly NPC. He collects money from other NPCs, 50 copper per NPC per day, and that money can be collected by players, which makes him an infinite income source. His gold caps out at default at 10, but that can change with his happiness values. Fun fact, the tax collector is likely based on Ebenezer Scrooge or his associate Marley from the novel/movie A Christmas Carol. The Truffle Man spawns if there is a house in an above-ground glowing mushroom biome, which is something you have to create. It will never naturally occur. He sells the Auto Hammer, which makes Shroomite bars from Chlorophyte, which makes the Shroomite armor set, along with lots of mushroom-themed items. The Pirate spawns once a pirate invasion has been defeated. He sells the cannon and some pirate vanities. The Steampunker spawns once the mechanical boss has been defeated. They sell the Contaminator, which can quickly spread biomes of your choice, the Teleporter for use with wiring setups, and the Jetpack, which allows some interesting flight. If named Whitney, on death, the steampunker drops a guitar called Ivy. The cyborg spawns once Plantera has been defeated. He sells the proximity mine launcher, rockets, and nanites, which craft flasks and bullets that inflict the confused debuff. Santa Claus spawns once the Frost Legion has been defeated, and it is Christmas. He sells the Santa Vanity set along with lots of Christmas decorations. If you don't know, Christmas occurs in Terraria from December 1st to December 31st, although if you spawn a Frost Legion using a snow globe, reach wave 15, the next in-game day will become a single day of Christmas, allowing Santa to spawn at technically any time of year. The princess spawns if every other NPC, excluding the old man, traveling merchant, Santa Claus, and town pets, are in the world. She sells several vanity and furniture items, and when killed has a 1/8 chance to drop the resonant scepter. Some extras are the dog, the cat, and the bunny, who are all town pets. They can move in once their licenses are bought from the zoologist. They don't affect happiness for NPCs, but they can count for Pylon counts, because when you do a Pylon you need 2 NPCs, and you can pet them, which is fantastic. With all that said, there are, however, 3 NPCs who will never move in. The first of which is the old man, and while yes, he does become the clothier and move in, the old man himself does not move in, the clothier moves in. The old man specifically guards the entrance to the dungeon, and can summon Skeletron when spoken to at night. When Skeletron is defeated, the old man becomes the clothier and moves into your town, if space is available. Otherwise, he'll wait. The traveling merchant has a roughly 1 in 5, the exact number is about 22%, chance of spawning each day if there are at least 2 other NPCs present. If he is going to spawn, he will spawn between the hours of 4:30 a.m. and noon, or 12 p.m., and he will leave at nightfall. He offers a lot of unique items, including lots of pieces that go towards building the cell phone and other various accessories. If killed, he will always drop his hat, the peddler's hat. The skeleton merchant, which is a really cool NPC, spawns rarely in the cavern layer. Depending on the phase of the moon, he sells lots of different goodies, the most useful of which seem to be the magic lantern, various yo-yo counterweights, and a spelunker glow stick, and spelunker glow sticks, not a singular one. Both the magic lantern and spelunker glow sticks reveal nearby treasure in a similar but not an identical way to spelunker potions. Both the magic lantern and spelunker will just kind of cause golden sparkles over treasures that you can see. The magic lantern is an equipable item similar to the crimson heart that will follow you around and glow. And the spelunker glow sticks function like regular glow sticks. When held, they give the buff, or once you throw them, they will provide the buff until they despawn. With all the NPCs covered, here are a few tricks having to do with them that I've learned while playing Terraria. If you tell NPCs to move houses at night, and all players are off-screen to the NPC and their new house, the NPC will instantly transfer to that new house. If you are in hard mode, a rare drop from the Powered Invasion, called the Discount card, lowers all NPC prices by 20% when equipped, and I believe that this will stack with happiness bonuses. When making boss arenas, putting the Dryad nearby will cause her to slightly damage the boss and apply the Dryad's Blessing buff, which boosts some of your stats. By maxing out an NPC's happiness, you can cause them to lower their prices by up to 25%, and increase how much they will pay you for your items by 33%. It's worth noting that if they're unhappy, these benefits will go the opposite direction. The princess is considered as liked by all NPCs for happiness calculations. And lastly, the neighbor's effect of being liked or disliked only factors if they live within 25 blocks. Although more than 2 neighbors within 25 blocks or more than 3 within 120 blocks will adversely affect an NPC's happiness. I hope this guide answers all your questions, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to smash the like button to let me and YouTube know. If I missed anything, if you have any other tips, drop them in the comments below, and if there's anything you guys want to see in the future videos, let me know. I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 7 to 11 p.m. on Twitch at twitch.tv/roastbeef with 2 T's and an underscore. And I love playing games like Terraria with you guys, so come on by. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.
Hello there.